All right, what's up, guys? Today we're testing out two new things. One is this new little wireless microphone setup,
Yep.
uh, and two, Woodford Reserve Master Collection. Uh, the batch is 2000, the latest one, 2000 year 2003, and this one's 124.7 proof. Um, Earlier today, I was in the local Facebook group and got an emergency broadcast that something special was at the local Costco. So I made a quick run down there. I got this thing for like 115 bucks, which was kind of a steal.
115.
115. They go for online during a secondary market. People pay for a lot more for it. And I just never had one of these before, so I thought I just had to add it to my collection. Um, we haven't tried it yet. Brand new, sealed. It is high proof. Oh, and notice the little detail here. 700 milliliter. Usually, a typical bottle is 750 milliliter. So there's 50 milliliters are taken up by this little bit of, the thick glass at the bottom. But when a company puts out a 700 milliliter, I think it's trying to tell you like, wow, this is special stuff. They don't want to pour you a lot, you know what I mean?
Okay, makes sense.
Just like the Wild Turkey 12 year, it's like, they cut it down. So,
Well, honestly, I think it's one of my favorite bottles. Like it looks so classy and beautiful, elegant.
yes, very sexy. I love it.
Yeah.
So actually, before getting into it, Woodford Reserve Double Oak is your favorite of all time, right?
Yes, because I feel like it's one of the sweetest bourbons on the market, and it has like, it's not just like sweet as the cane sugar or simple syrup, like the worst I think flavors that you can get. I mean, at least this is what like bourbon experts say, like, oh, it tastes like simple syrup, like ew. And I think the Woodford Reserve tastes like sweet, but kind of like expensive sweet,
Okay.
like a honey.
I remember tasting the Double Oak back when I first started my bourbon journey, like a little more than a year ago, and I tasted Double Oak, and it was like, whew, this stuff is hot. You know what I mean? Like now it's like I've grown, you know what I mean? Stepped it up to like I drink like 120, 130, 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in that proof range, that's my favorite. So now it's like, my taste buds have evolved.
Yeah. Or just that.
Yeah, the alcohol just burned them clear off.
Yeah.
Now, oh yeah, so let's talk about the mash bill. It's kind of like the standard Woodford mash bill. It's like 18% rye, so it's got to be.
It's
72%.
82% of corn.
No, 72.
Oh, 72.
72
and
corn,
then
18 rye, and 10 malted barley, and it's kind of high on the rye side. Reminds me of New Riff a little bit. And when I drink, just sip on regular Woodford Reserve. I think it's a great base for old fashions and stuff like that. The regular Woodford Reserve does have like, it's good, but it does have some like little like tiny little funky notes to it that it's not like the best sipping bourbon. But for the price point, I think it's great for cocktails.
yeah, I think I would agree. I think like for Manhattan, Woodford Reserve would be a very nice option.
So with that out of the way, hopefully the people at Woodford Reserve, this small batch, they probably tasted every single barrel, and then like, oh, these barrels are great. And then another thing, technically Woodford Reserve, they have a very low ABV as far as barrel entry. So I don't know, that's an interesting detail. So
Okay, you wanna open
let's
it
get
up?
to it.
But we've never tried the cask strength, right?
No, they never.
Yeah, I think we tried something in a similar bottle, but it was like 100 or 95 or something. Yeah, like I remember this bourbon event. They had this bottle. Oh, it was different.
No, no, it was double oaked.
Oh, okay.
Completely different.
Okay, what is your expectations? Have you read like many reviews beforehand?
I'm not gonna bias you with it. I just want your reaction.
Okay.
But yes, I've looked at some reviews already. Can't help it myself.
It's terrible. You can't do it. You don't want to spoil your experience first.
But if it's a really good review, then it's like you're like doubly stoked. You're like, I can't wait to open this now. I made a great choice. Other people like it. But it's a double-edged sword and go the other
No,
way
it's
as
like
well.
if you can you imagine if you were like going to sleep with a girl for first time, but then you would go and ask all your ex-boyfriends or
Yeah, that's what men totally do that. Yeah,
the guys
that's a typical band
the
behavior.
guys she slept with, and you're like, what do you think about her? Like, how she was in the bed? Like,
Oh, Jerry said she wasn't a good lay. I'm not gonna. Yeah, never mind. What? Okay.
smells really good,
Yeah, what kind of notes are you getting?
like honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and what's it called?
Maybe some molasses, simple syrup.
No, no simple syrup. Like, simple syrup is a cheap crap. I can smell what is called the pear.
Pear?
Pear. Right?
Definitely got sweetness to it, that's for sure.
It's like sweet but fresh. It's not like heavy.
Is it kind of like, at this time, kind of like nutty?
Definitely, I can't.
Like roasted nuts
There
or
is
something?
like there are no like dusty smell or at least with the smell. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely honey.
In the middle, it's got some like kind of like some dried fruit.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I can feel the finish. Like I can taste some nuts, like nutty.
According to their website, it did their in the tasting notes. It had like a ripe banana, some kind of berries. The first one was like some kind of like a roasted nuts.
Yeah, but I can feel that it's
I'll tell it
cask strength.
as the
It's
first
hot.
pour. Yeah,
Especially the second pour was even hotter.
it doesn't taste that hot to me.
Your taste buds dead.
Okay, so it doesn't taste. It tastes lower and smoother than 124.
Yeah, I would say the finish.
The finish definitely has
very
like a little Kentucky hug. You can feel it. You feel a little burn going down the chest, but
Yeah, but I mean like on the flavor
But that's
side.
to be
On
expected.
the flavor side,
okay.
it's like
Mhm.
nutty. Very nutty.
what I like about it, it's like for all the flavors that you get, there's nothing like sticking out. Like there's not like a funky note there, you know. Everything's very nice and well rounded.
Wholesome.
Yeah. Everything is like there's not like one like peak flavor that kind of like throwing it off, or just something kind of like sharp or nasty or whatever. Everything's just like very like well rounded.
Yeah, it's like a good song with good lyrics, and even what's it like a two parts of song usually? You have the part that always
You have the hook?
repeats.
The hook.
No, not the hook. The chorus.
Mm-hmm. You have the chorus. Yeah.
Chorus, and then the other part. What is it called?
Well, the hook in rap songs.
No, in a pop song, like you have like the beginning, and then it's gonna be chorus.
Okay. No, I don't know.
And often the best part is chorus.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, very rare, you can find a song that's like the good from the beginning and to the end. And probably this bourbon feels like that song.
Is it because is it the fancy bottle, and because it's like limited edition, or is it like for real, that good?
I think it's for real because uh, from my yeah, I like Woodford Reserve because the whole aesthetic, like all the bottles I saw, they're always beautiful. They very well designed.
Well, keep in mind too, this is like the double oak is your favorite stuff anyway, so
Yes.
you know you love that like taste profile and to begin with.
Yep. Yep.
All right, to conclude,
But what do you think? Like, are you gonna sip on this bourbon?
am I gonna sip on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, 100%.
It's like
I'll put it in my high proof sipping rotation. I just finished my Stag Junior, so this will slot right in.
But what is your top three cask strengths bourbons?
I would definitely say Buckner's 13, Stag Junior, and you could just throw a rye in there. Any kind of like cask strength rye I love.
Like, for example, like Knob Creek, right?
Knob Creek is good. The Redwood Empire's amazing.
But then where you would put the double oak?
It's not double oak.
Oh, the Woodford Reserve.
It's definitely up there. I think it's probably a little more refined than, even though as much as I love like Knob Creek, 9-year like store picks and stuff like that, this is probably like a little bit more like have like a bow and a suit and tie. I would say. But as far as the price though, because a lot of people probably going to see it in the store and it's going to be like, if it's truly the limited edition that I think it is, probably people going to see it for like $200
Yeah.
most likely, because we got lucky with the whole thing. Good,
Mm-hmm.
people buy it for MSRP. MSRP is 130. Well, Costco, we just got lucky with the Costco that's being like actually even lower than MSRP. But I don't know if I would recommend like going super crazy as far as like paying hundreds of dollars for it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good.
Oh, maybe if you got the money to blow, it's actually pretty good.
I think it's a good bourbon to give it as a gift. It looks good, it tastes good.
Or break out when you have some like guests over. Are you impressed?
Yeah, like if you add probably some ice, it will like water down and still gonna taste. Actually, do you want to put some water? Just a few drops.
Okay. How you gonna do with that dropper?
Yeah, we need a fancy dropper. It's just interesting if.
You're gonna okay.
Okay.
If it's gonna revert back to like regular Woodford Reserve, I don't think so, because Woodford Reserve, the regular stuff is just like such a high volume, or like so many barrels mixed in. But I mean, apparently, like I would think that this is small batch. It's they picked out like the really like good barrels for this batch.
Oh, it's even nicer. I mean, I like cask strength stuff, but I think if you add some ice, a little bit watered down, you can sip on it longer and enjoy it longer.
If you proof this down, it's still better than the regular Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's like softer. It's like it feels very not sweet, but not too sweet, and soft, and it just has very like rich flavors.
Yeah. All right. Well, to conclude, I think this is definitely a buy. If you just see it out there, recommend it. A+.